Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meaty69 and we are back. We're back with some more containers. So the T34-3 Chinese medium tier 8 premium tank. And again, like the 121B, you have to buy crates. Now, these are a bit cheaper because it is a tier 8. But still, 20 containers for £100, and there is still only 5% chance of winning this tank. So I can safely say that I will not be getting this tank, because I do not like the fact that you could buy all these tanks, you could spend £100 and you might just get boosters. So if it was for sale, then maybe it was a tank that I did want. But looking at this stat-wise, 1,781 DPM. That is really, really poor. Really poor. You look at the T34-3, which is the tier 8 tech tree tank. That's still got 1,995. The penetration on this is lower, 175. Pretty much the lowest out of the lot of them, except for the T34-100. But the alpha is 400 alpha, which is, I think it's pretty much the same gun as the IS-6. Rate of fire, 4.45. And the reload is 13.5 seconds. 13.5 seconds for a medium tank. It's really, really, really poor. The aim time, however, is 1. So the aim time is really, really good. Dispersion is the worst. Movement rotation is the worst. Depression only 5. Gun depression is only 5 degrees, just like the T34-2. So it's pretty much the worst at that. Speed is 50. Yeah, it feels a bit sluggish, but 50 is okay. Now getting down to the armor is slightly better on the whole, which is 90 on the front, 50 on the side, 45 on the back. But the turret armor is a little bit less than the T34-2 at 170, but the side armor is 120. And the big difference is the back of the turret is 150, where the T34-2 is just 60. So it's got good turret armor. And I'll show you some gameplay with certain positions that you can actually do well. But looking at these Blitzstars last 90 days, obviously it's only just become available today. There's still 80 players playing it with an average win rate of 67%, which is way above everything, and an average damage of 1900. So going by that, people are actually doing well in this tank. Yes, fair enough, there's only 80 people, but they're doing well in this tank so far. It's way above everything. Way above everything. Obviously, that will drop the more people that get it. But people have started to do really well in this tank. Now, first battle, there's 4 mediums on our team. The enemy have only got 2 mediums, so we do decide to flank around. And I like this route because there is a lot of hills. And as it happens, I didn't think the enemy will be anywhere near here. But straight away, we go around this corner and we open up nearly all of the tanks. So we've got the Panther 2 now, and you see there we do take 1 bounce, and we do get very lucky in this battle. I don't know how I stayed alive, but you see we've got the hill in front where I'm just poking out, just trying to hide my hole and only show my turret. Now we have had a bounce and we have just been shot, and the Tiger P is trying to push. Luckily for me, the AMX behind me does not want to know. He just doesn't want to know me. So we focus on the tanks that are in front because they are all here. But luckily, my team is all behind me, so they don't want to push me because they will get wrecked. Now, we do take a couple of nasty hits there trying to take out this Tiger P, and we miss anyway. So we've just taken uncalled for damage, unnecessary damage. Now the Tiger P is pushing forward, so we're going to go forward and we are going to take him out. And as you see there, we do get a couple more bounces that would have actually killed us if they wouldn't have bounced. Again, the J Panther has just missed, so we're going to take a shot into him. We're going to ignore the AMX for now because, as I've said, the team are behind me. He does not want to push around because he will be side on to my teammates. And again, we get bounced there, and I need to back up because the gun depression is really poor. But we do manage to take out the J Panther. And all that is left now is this AMX. So we can push him, we can get behind him, and we can load the HE and do a nice roll of 528. Which is a great roll. Great damage for a medium. But again, you're then waiting 13.5 seconds to reload. So battles like that is pretty much how you've got to play this tank, really. We've got 11 hits there with 7 without damage. Make 52,000 credits. We do get a steel wall. And we've got a second class. You do not want to be pushing any tank in this. You do not want to rush any tank in this, even tier 7s, because they will out DPM you. You can't play this like a T-34 or a T-34 mod 1 type 59, because your DPM is just not there. I'm getting blocked by this Tiger. We are on mines. I don't want to push up, because even if I do push up, sitting on the hill, my gun depression will not be good enough to fire down. So I'm happy on this ridge here and just poking. We do get a nasty shot there, and sort of just poking out and poking in. And then luckily, actually, this Tiger 1 is doing the same, but because he's sitting in front of me, he gets the end of their guns. So he's now blocking them from seeing me, which means I can poke up just a little bit more. And we look at this, we take all that time aiming at the bottom plate of the Tiger just to bounce. And that's the thing with this, 13.5 seconds just to bounce, and then we're on a reload again. But we have got the IS. Luckily for him, the AMX sits in front of him, but we do take one shot into him. And you can see now my team have started pushing around. The IS has done a good job pushing around, taking all their attention, which means we can start pushing forward and focus firing, really. So these two heavies here are pretty much getting dealt with, so I'm just going to ignore him. I wasn't going to get him anyway. And the AMX is not happy. And now we've just got this T20. If there wasn't so many in my team, even he would out DPM me. But as you said, we're not going to bounce much from our hull or our sights because the armor is just not there. So the best thing to do if a tank rushes you is side hug them and just backwards and forward, not letting them aim properly, and hopefully they will hit your turret, which is extremely bouncy. So again, 51,000 credits we earned there, 2,200 damage, nothing special, but it was an okay battle. Now, moving on to our last battle. Again, it is a tier 7 battle. The enemy have got 2 mediums and 1 light tank, and we've got 3 mediums. So we are going to push up on to the caves. We have got the SPIC, the SP1C with us, and we have got our other medium with us. And instead of me going straight to caves, I thought I'd go to the middle just to see if we spot anything. And the first target we spot is the nice SPIC. So we do take a bounce from the Panther there, and the SPIC comes and we take a nice HE into him, 500, and now he's down to a 1 shot. Again, we take a nice bounce there, and I'm sort of making that mistake, trying to push forward, And then the Panther comes and he takes one shot into me, and this is where I think we are going to get wrecked. We are on our own, and I'm now just trying to run away. My engine's gone, they are tracking me, and I've just got absolutely wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. So the Spic is a one-shot. The T34-3, I believe, is a one-shot. We do get a nice shot onto the back of the Panther, and now them two are dead. So I am running away, but as I run away, this is when my heavies come charging in. The Tiger 2 is charging in, he's rushing in, and a couple more are with me now. So I've got backup, and I've got backup that are all full HP. And look at that gun depression, it's absolutely poor. Really, really poor. I don't even know why I tried shooting. I'm not quite a one-shot to him, so I'm happy to take a shot. But we've got now the T-44. Again, we do take a nice bounce. We get to the side of him, and we manage to take him out for our first kill. And then the Tiger takes out the Panther. So that's the mediums cleared. Now we have just got the 4 heavies. T-44 is saying, report the Tigers, which is, I can only guess that they haven't really done a lot. We are a one-shot to a couple of heavies, so we do need to be careful. But it is 4 against 4, but all our heavies are full health. And then we open up a nice AFK IS. No one else was really spotted, so we are going to take that IS out because we are here and I want to flank round. But if I leave him there, he will keep me spotted. So we do take him out, which now leaves, I believe, 2 Tigers and another IS. And you got here, we got one shot into the side of him. He's not going to pen me because, again, I'm hull down from that rock. And I try and do that whatever position I get in. Whatever position, because they're going to pen you everywhere except for your turret. And you just haven't got the DPM. So you need to get into these places where you are hull down and you can get a couple of bounces. And then their DPM, if you get the couple of bounces, the enemy DPM will also drop. So that is pretty much how you've got to play. And it's the same as any of this line. So it's the same as the 1-2-1, or pretty much any of the Chinese line. The turrets are really good and the DPM is really, really poor. And you've got to sort of play it like a heavium, sort of half heavy, half medium. And I don't know what that Tiger was doing there, bless him. He does miss, which means we do be able to get to the side of him and start circling him. But he does get one shot into us, and I'm worried I don't reload in time, but I switched to heat because he is front on and the penetration is poor in this. And we do manage to take him out, just leaving 81 hit points for myself. And that is it, guys. I'm not going to say it's worth it because it really isn't. We do finish on 3.4k damage. We do get the ace. Please don't go gambling so much money because you might not win the tank. I'm not going to say it's a bad tank. It needs a little buff maybe with the DPM because that is really poor. But in certain areas, it is a nice tank and you will play well in it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Midgy69 and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.